going on, dudes? Midnight Sound 518 here. We are back with another upgrade, kind of, for Sasha, my 2017 Tacoma TRD Pro. So, my truck is no longer my daily. Obviously, I've got the speed now, and it's usually what I prefer to drive. It gets better gas mileage, and it's a lot of fun to drive. The truck is just kind of a tank, so driving on city streets is not ideal in as big a vehicle as the Tacoma feels. Granted, I just got the Overland Torque Tune done. If you haven't seen that video and you're curious about that, check it out. It's in my Project Shield playlist, which this video is also attached to. But because this truck is no longer my daily, I was thinking about it. I need to have a way that I can keep the battery topped off without having to open the hood and hook up, you know, battery charger or whatever the heck. Because if it sits for a really long period of time, it's not good for the battery. And I don't really want to get under the hood and disconnect the battery every time that I get back from a trip. You know, I want to be able to just come home and put my truck in the back and call it a day, you know what I mean? So, I came up with a solution for that. I was doing a little bit of research, a little bit of YouTube Googling, and came across a really great idea. So, let's show it with you. Show it to you. So this is super dope. It's a company called Noco or Noco, something like that. And the packaging is, one, pretty incredible, and two, very pretty. And this is a trickle charger, a battery charger maintainer. And this I can mount under the hood and leave it permanently connected to the truck, right? And so long story short, you have your trickle charger right here that hooks up via positive and negative lead to the battery. And then the other side is an extension cord, effectively, so you just plug it into your any 120 volt outlet on your house. But that brings up another problem. I can't just have a cable dangling around inside of my engine bay, because that is no bueno, obviously, and kind of dangerous. So, Noco also has a plug adapter. So this is an AC port plug, which is super sick. So basically this circle is going to connect to the fender of the truck, and then it'll plug into its charger. And then when I get back from trips, all I have to do, and when I leave for trips, all I have to do is unplug or open up the little cap there, the little weatherproof cap, and plug in an extension cord, and it'll automatically start the trickle charger, which is super dope. So tools for this, it's really easy. Really simple. I mean, you need a screwdriver, obviously, and then I just bought a new one of these because I didn't have a 2-inch one. But you need a hole saw, so basically your hole saw and then whatever your adapter is to hook up to like a power drill or something like that. And you'll want to get the metal one because you are cutting through the metal of the side of the truck. And then of course, with anything, if you guys haven't done any sort of cutting on metal, you want to have something to protect it, right? Something to seal it up. And so having some sort of a touch-up paint that's specific to your vehicle or whatever. I don't have this color touch-up paint, the cement, because unfortunately I can't just buy it at AutoZone. I have to specialty order it, which I haven't done yet. But it's going to be covered anyways by the plug, so I just throw a little bit of like the Toyota Silver or something over top of it, right along the edge, and you're never going to see it again. So yeah, we're going to hop right into it. Well, you really know that a company cares about their packaging, or their product, when the packaging is super dope. So, the charger itself, really small, super cute. Comes with the charger, of course. It comes with a little Velcro band thing and a couple of self-tapping screws, which I'm not a big fan of those, so I don't know, maybe we'll come up with something. It will be going into plastic, at least the area that I think I'm going to be mounting this in. So these I'm not too worried about. But the self-tapping screws, the 3 of them that come with the actual plug itself, probably will be changing. But this is the plug. So it is, I mean, exactly what you'd think it is. It's a little plug. And then it's got this rubberized silicone kind of, ooh, that's nice. It's got a few different layers there for keeping out moisture. But yeah, it's just a plug. That's all it is. This was going to get screwed in or drilled into the side of the truck. Probably, I'm thinking, over on the driver's side. And I'll probably make it dangle down. I don't know. We'll see kind of what it looks like once I get it out there. It's in need of cleaning. So, I'm thinking that I'm going to put the plug right here. It's a relatively flat spot, which is not too bad. And then I'm going to run it up through the edge of the fender, and I can send it right up through here, right? And then I can mount the charger probably onto this piece of plastic, maybe on this flat edge right here. And then of course this will be resting right in here, and then the charger will be sitting right there, which I don't think is going to get in the way of shutting the engine or the thing. I think I've come to a bit of a decision. I am going to end up mounting this probably right here, right, which will set this guy pretty much like that. Unfortunately, the little dimple right there is kind of in the way. That's pretty much centered where I'm going to want it. I'm going to start by cutting the hole on this side and then kind of feeding the wire. And so I've got my 2-inch hole saw, and then of course this. So I don't know if I'm necessarily going to mark out where I want it to be. Lengthwise, you know, having this sitting right about there means that the cable's going to reach to about here, which I think is all right. So what I'll probably do is I'll take this end of the cable and I'll run it down through the hole so that I can plug it in, and then I'll just feed it backwards. Now I would like to put some sort of like a wrap or something over it just to give it a little bit more of a weather-tight seal. I don't know. Let me go ahead and drill a hole in the side of my my truck. May or may not have skipped there for a second, but with the hole cut, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick test fit. I might actually need to trim a little bit more, but once again, all of that is going to get covered anyways by the plug, so I'm not really that worried about it. Just make sure that you seal it so it doesn't rust. And that's how it's going to look once it's all plugged in and good to go. So it's going to be sick. I'm so excited. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to run the plug wire from the charger, plug it into here, and then I'll get this nice and screwed in, and then we'll work on getting the mount going for the charger. So you can see I just kind of fed the cable over to there, running through the side here, right? This way I can plug it in before I put the plug into the car. So I've decided I'm going to just use the self-tapping screws for now. I really like that. To be straight up and down, it's probably pretty close. So it isn't pretty. I did end up using those self-tappers, but they're a little bit loose, so I'm going to have to do something else about it, but at least this is going to hold in for now. It's not a bad spot. I would have put it like right here, but like I said, that Spiker Engineering hood strut gets in the way of that, unfortunately. And I got a rat's nest of wiring right here that I have to clean up, but I got a plan for that. I just haven't done it yet because I'm lazy. So I have them hooked up to the battery, which it's, once again, not pretty yet. In the future, I fully plan on installing. There's a kit that basically extends a bus bar, so it's like this, but across the whole top of the terminal, so you'll have like a bunch of different individual points, so I can have my winch hooked up to one of them and this hooked up to another, and it goes for positive and negative as well, which just kind of opens it up and makes it look a little bit cleaner. But we're going to go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. Ooh. It works. There it goes. So a pulsing red means that we're less than 75%, but the battery is charging. Solid green means the battery is at 100%, and a pulsing green when the battery is charging, but between 75 and 100. So I guess it thinks my battery is dead as shit. Cool. I also did end up taking the battery out in order to give myself a little bit more room to drill the holes to put the self tappers in, which is a great opportunity to clean. So if you guys end up putting that somewhere else over here maybe, I also thought about taking off the quarter panel and mounting it right up on top of here so it's a little even more tucked up out of the way. Because eventually when I go to the Group 35 battery, because this is, yeah, 24. So whenever I go to a Group 35, it's going to be a little bit bigger and it might take up some of that room, but you can always just move it. So when you get home, plug it in, and when you get heading out, unplug, shut the cap, and you're good to go, fully charged. That's pretty much it, my guys. That is a Noco battery maintainer. I think I'm saying that right. Super easy to install. Takes a little bit of thought, I guess, which I don't have much of. So whenever I do stuff that's kind of off the walls, it never comes out as good as I would hope. But I will say that is pretty cool. And it definitely fits in. I'm happy that it's black. It kind of sucks that it's not the same color as the trim, but the trim is very sun faded, which doesn't help at all. I could, give it a little bit of a sanding and then I'll repaint, but I'm gonna be cutting it and trimming it anyway, so future problem. But it looks really good, and so you can keep it plugged in while you're home and not doing anything with the truck. And then, when I get back at it and head out, then it'll be good to go. The batteries will be nice and full. Which will be even better when I start having like a dual battery setup and all that sort of thing, because the batteries, whenever you take off, you want them to be fully charged, and it would suck a little bit if they weren't. So I'm very happy with it. I'm excited to see how well it's going to do long term, but it looks to be of quality. And the packaging was incredible, and any company that's willing to put in a lot of effort into their packaging is willing to put in a lot of effort into their products, which is really cool. So anyways, if you guys have enjoyed, or if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Please like and subscribe, come back. I'm always doing new things for the truck. I will say that for those of y'all that are interested in my Tacoma build and that have been watching each of the videos that come out as I'm building out Project Shield, so, I don't know. Anyways, for those of you that have been relatively invested in watching each of these as they come out, there is a big one coming out very, very soon. It's probably going to take a couple of weeks for all of the parts to get here. And by the time this video comes out, hopefully those parts will already be here. So maybe sometime in, May-ish is... Actually, that's probably way too long. Hopefully sometime in end of March, beginning of April. I don't know when this video is going to be coming out. So if it's after that, then keep your eyes out. But there will be a lift install. So I'm doing a suspension overhaul on the truck. I'm redoing everything. It's going to look amazing. And it's step 1 of like 4 when it comes to getting, step 2 of 4 when it comes to getting the truck all overhauled in the lower end and ready for Alaska 2026. So really excited. I can't wait. Parts are on order, and hopefully they'll be here in a few weeks. So with that, see you guys next time. Midnight sign out.